Hey, what is going on to the AMC stock family? In today's video, we have yet another good one, AMC stock family. I am extremely excited for this week. I just had to say it in the beginning of the video. We just got to talk about, yes, the AMC price, but also all the money that AMC has been adding to their balance sheet. Every single time AMC has one of these moments where they add a new movie that saves not only the AMC company, but also the AMC balance sheet. Let's talk about it. Well, a new sleeper Marvel hit a record Labor Day weekend debut, and it comes at a great time. Most definitely. And so here are the key points and the key takeaways. So this new movie surprises the market with the strongest Labor Day weekend showing in the movie theater industry's history. This is typically one of the weakest weekends for the industry. This is very important. This trend used to be extremely weak all throughout this Labor Day holiday. However, the time has changed and so has the trend. This is very ironic because we are talking about AMC, but a high watermark is still a high watermark. It may be too soon to bury the multiplex industry. We were talking about how some investors, some analysts, they are trying to injustify AMC's legitimacy by saying that there are other better competitors like Netflix and Roku. However, right here, this author is pointing out that it's not too late and that the multiplex industry still has a lot more time to survive and now put AMC in a great position. Let's continue. This author says that it's been a largely forgettable 2 years for the multiplex industry, but we finally hit a new high watermark in ticket sales over the holiday weekend, which remember, this holiday weekend was historically not the best. In fact, it was one of the worst. That was at least what the trend showed. And with these new movies coming out in the AMC theaters, that right there added 90 million to the AMC's balance sheet because of the box office receipts over the extended Labor Day weekend, which is a new record for US exhibitors in that particular 4-day holiday. If you continue on, we will talk about the price in just a few minutes, but this news is just too important to talk about later. So savoring the season. All the talk about multiplex chains never returning to their heyday was dubbed into a silent film in the past weekend. The new Labor Day weekend records of 90 million for the new movie and the estimated 117.7 million haul for all movies are huge. And might I also add, absolutely phenomenal. This is the type of news that will help AMC, and this is the type of news that builds my conviction. Let me know in the comment section if this builds your conviction as well for AMC, because news like this is extremely bullish. Regardless of what the AMC price action is, regardless of the price in general, that does not reflect this news right here. But I also want to add that the price action is looking bullish on AMC too. Now we will get into that as I just stated in a few seconds. So you have to go all the way back to 2014 to find the last time that domestic box office receipts clocked in sporting 9 figures for all of this weekend's flicks, and that was when another Marvel sleeper hit, Guardians of the Galaxy, was in the 3rd week of its run as a late summer release. And it's fair to point out that this was a bit of a perfect storm. The Labor Day holiday is typically an afterthought for movie studios. They're putting on their biggest potential blockbusters earlier in the summer to make the most of a season with kids out of schools and families looking for things to do. Labor Day weekend in 2019 was the worst weekend of that particular summer run in terms of ticket sales. However, a record is still a record. This is why in the beginning we were talking about how this key point right over here, that was very important. Because how is AMC doing so well? How are these movies doing so well if right now we are not in the best trend holiday? These are the type of questions that we need to understand, but this author does also mention yet again that a record is still a record, undoubtedly so. And the author also points out that AMC can use a strong showing. Ticket sales had declined sequentially in 5 of the 7 previous weekends. Box office receipts for the previous weekend were 43% below where the industry was 2 years ago. We have also seen some high-profile films have their release dates bumped out again. And so the record showing of this movie, even if it's riddled with asterisks about the irrelevancy of Labor Day weekend for the industry, could still reshape the narrative here. Studios do not have to fear what is going on right now with the economy if the product is good enough. And AMC's volatility aside, it's probably not a bad time to see if movie theater stock are finally ready for their close-up. Off from that note, let's talk about the price action, because this is what I'm even more excited about. Yes, we do have the news, and as I said, that builds up my extremely long-term conviction. Regardless of whether the price action reflects that news, that is irrelevant. However, what ends up building the conviction even more and even better, especially in the near-term time analysis, that allows us to understand that AMC may just be in the time zone where it is going to have that final breakout that we have been waiting for basically the entire month of August, except for the last week, because that was when we truly had our breakout of this box, which we were drawing for a long time. This zone was starting from $38 a share, and the support level for this box zone was at $30 a share. And so if we draw that zone right here, this is where we were able to understand AMC had the support at 30, however the resistance was at 38, and so this was around the last week of August, as I just mentioned. But what are we going to do from here on out? Well, over here we have a moving average, and this moving average tenaciously follows the AMC stock price, except when AMC had its parabolic move to the upside. So what is this line going to tell us right now? A lot of individuals who base their buys and their sells on any underlying equity use a lot of these technical indicators to decide whether they're going to initiate or sell their position in an equity. And in this case, since we are talking about AMC, and because this line does follow AMC stock quite a bit, it did follow AMC when we were buying it right around $5 a share and had a dollar cost average all the way up to around $10 and $15 a share, but it really did change when the stock went to above $30 a share. And by the way, that was also when AMC decided to have a breakout of all time frames, allowing AMC to have that full squeeze breakout that a lot of investors were actually not anticipating. No one thought AMC could do this, but AMC did. And so now going off of here, look at what we have right over here. We have not one, not two, not three, not four, but our fifth time. And this is actually going to be called a triple top. Right now, though, the difference is, and this is the important difference, is that we do not have any wicks. Right now, AMC stock family, we have a full-on candle. Now, usually the saying is that when everyone is bearish, that is a time to go bullish. And when everyone is bullish, that is a time to go bearish. Right now, many people are bullish. But given the current sentiments right now surrounding AMC stock and with the technical analysis with the triple top, where AMC went to this $48 resistance level not once, not twice, but 3 times throughout various days, that's when AMC truly has the potential to break out of $48 a share. And this time, there is no more wick. This time, we have a full candle. Right over here, this candle, which was on September 7th, we are now getting extremely close to officially breaking out of this $48 resistance level. And once this resistance level gets broken, that is when there's going to be the next squeeze, the squeeze 2.0. Because once we broke out of this level once, we went all the way to $72 a share. Now, this won't happen again unless we do have that volume. And understand that this volume over here was much higher than the volume that we have right now. But that makes a lot of sense because right now we are still within this consolidation zone. And as soon as we end up breaking that consolidation zone, that's when the day traders will step in. That's when the long-term investors, they may decide to add more shares. And that is also when there will be much more trading on a day-to-day basis, which will inevitably increase the volume bar on AMC. And so that is going to create a similar effect to these volume candle bars right over here, which ultimately will increase and have that short squeeze 2.0 happen yet again for AMC, which I just mentioned. And essentially, none of this will be possible without that $48 resistance break. And I'm extremely excited because we now have confirmation that AMC does have enough demand to sustain the highs of the candle bar, because we do not have any more candle wicks, but rather we have a full-on candle bar. That is why this time around, AMC does look like it has more of a probability of breaking out of $48 a share, which will allow AMC to break out of another important level. And aside from the technical analysis, let's go back because right over here we have a news article coming from Yahoo Finance. So they also added saying that blockbuster movie sales boost AMC, GameStop earnings preview, Robinhood in focus. Let's go into this very quickly. So two people end up breaking down some of Tuesday's earlier market movers, which include AMC shares seeing some bounce after a tremendous box office showing for Marvel's latest film, and GameStop preparing to report its quarter 2 earnings as the stock continues to trade above $200 per share, and the news surrounding Robinhood as the market continues to see concerns over the possible ban of payment for order flow. Very important, this is a very controversial matter going on right now, but at the same time, Robinhood did, in some essence, temporarily ban the AMC stock movement from trying to purchase shares of AMC back in January and February of 2021. And one person mentioned that we have to hit some market movers here or those stocks moving the Yahoo Finance trending ticker page. And I'm locked and loaded on the movie sector. So we did discuss a $90 million news for AMC over this Labor Day holiday. And so Jared also mentioned that that has to be good news for AMC, right? What are you seeing on the chart? And he mentions this to the person talking with him. And the next person states that I think so, and good news for the Wall Street Reddit army here. Now let's take a look at this longer term chart, 6 months of AMC. This doesn't even capture the original burst that we had in January and February, but you can see that this is a solid technical setup here, that we have this consolidation that we were noting for just about over 2 months. And we broke to the upside, still respecting these short-term trend lines. So looking fairly bullish on the technical setup for AMC Entertainment. And then on the fundamental side, guess what? We got GameStop earning this week, so we were talking all about the technical analysis just a few minutes ago. I'm not a financial advisor, but not only does my opinion say that AMC does look extremely bullish throughout these next few weeks, but also we do have two people that work for Yahoo Finance also stating that they also believe that AMC does look bullish right now, especially with the solid technical setup here and with the new fundamental news and with the fundamental catalyst with this 90 million over the Labor Day weekend. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. And with that being said, AMC stock family, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next video.